Yeah, I did it. Gather round, I got a story to tell. This one time, I was a worker at a camp, and it was a very good camp. It was a great camp. It was free for the kids, but some of the kids were not the most well-behaved. I remember, my goodness, there was this one boy in particular. Oh, that little boy was working my nerves. When I mean, I never wanted to strangle a kid. I mean, oh, bro, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I wanted to beat this kid with a stick. I wanted to kick him in his forehead. I wanted to uppercut this little boy. Now, mind you, I'm not a violent person at all, especially towards kids. But this little boy was pushing it, man. Uppercut this little boy. And unfortunately, he pushed a little bit too far and he paid for it. Yeah, that's right. He pushed me too far. And let me explain to you the situation. So I'm at this camp. I'm responsible for about 10 kids. So not a whole lot. A manageable amount. And these kids were great kids for the most part. They just wanted to have fun. They wanted to laugh. They got a little wild at times, but that was it. Nothing too crazy, except for this one little boy. I remember this little knucklehead was so bad. We were playing duck, duck, goose. Everybody knows duck, duck, goose. The kids sit in a circle. One person goes around, taps each kid on the head, and says duck every time he taps the kid on the head. Everybody knows how duck, duck, goose works. Everybody except for this little fathead boy. I kid you not. This kid was going around duck, duck, duck. And when he finally got around to the kid that he wanted to goose or whatever, this kid cocked back to outer space and slapped the fire out of the back of these kids' heads. One time he hit this little boy so hard, his thoughts shot across the field. He hit this one little boy so hard, I swear I thought Indiana Jones cracked a wicket. Oh, shoot. What? He hit this one little boy so hard, I thought somebody was shooting. I had to do it. Like, oh, that's like, oh. And I know I might be laughing now, but it was not funny, man. He was slapping the fire out these kids. So eventually I stopped the game. I'm like, listen, boy, you can't be hitting these kids like this. And obviously him being a hard-headed little big-headed fat-headed kid that he was, he didn't want to hear a word that I had to say. So I said, you know what? That's fine. We're gonna take the group. We're gonna go over here. You take your little hard-headed butt over there and play by yourself. Obviously he didn't like that. So while myself and all the behaved kids are playing over there, the knucklehead who's supposed to be in timeout keeps coming over, bothering kids, disrupting games, saying curse words. I mean, this kid was terrible. But then he made a terrible mistake. This kid was terrible. Somehow, some way, something in his mind told him that he could test me. Terrible. This little boy started picking up hay. Yeah, like hay that horses eat. Crumbling it up and sprinkling it in my hair. Now, you have to understand why this is such a big issue. Back then, I had a little bitty afro. And because I got black people hair, after I wash my hair in the shower, I put grease in my hair. Because naturally my hair is dry, so I put grease in to keep it moisturized. Well, when he would crinkle up the hay and put it in my hair, I couldn't just wipe it out. I almost had to pick each individual teeny tiny piece out of my hair one by one. Now, you might not be able to tell right now, but obviously my hair is really curly as well. So getting that hay out of my hair was just a complete nightmare. For a while, I tried to reason with the kid. I try and ask him to stop. I try and recommend that he stop. I almost begged this kid to stop doing this to me. But unfortunately, he didn't want to listen. So finally, I gave him his final warning. Listen here, little boy, you crinkle up one more handful of hay and put it on me, I'm gonna beat the daylights out of you. Go ahead, try me. I'm gonna beat, please try me. You would think he would take a second, weigh out his options, and make a wise decision. He chose not to go that route. He lifted up a handful of hay, started crinkling it. I remember it was like it was in slow motion. Reached his hand above my head and began to sprinkle that handful of hay on my hair like it was fairy dust. I jumped up so quick. He tried to run. I tried to snatch him so hard, my elbow almost popped out of place. I must have tried to snatch the soul out of that boy. I tried to snatch him with the hand of God, but he got away. I started chasing after this kid. He's running, I'm chasing after. And when I tell you, I tackled him as hard as I possibly could. I tackled that boy with everything I had. Now, mind you, at the time, I was 6'5", 225 pounds. So you can only imagine how that felt for him. And it was like, finally, I got you now. I got you now. I got you. I was so happy. I took a moment to celebrate. About to get it. Hey. You about to get it. Hey. I stood over top of that boy, took a second to think about all the trouble he's been causing me at this camp, I took my left hand and pinned him down to the ground. My right hand, which was my weapon of choice, I balled my fist. I must have pulled back as far as I could. And in the words of my older brother, every single time we were about to get a spanking growing up, let the beatings commence. My fist pulled back, anger and revenge in my heart. I decided not to hit him. I thought to myself, maybe this kid just needs a little bit of extra love. So I released my balled fist and I reached my hand down to him and I took his hand and I lifted. Sight, I beat that boy since. You thought I was just gonna let you get away with all that? I beat the daylights out this boy. I must have beat the bones out his skin. Now, one thing I did not do was I didn't hit him in his face. But other than that, I let him have it. I tore them arms and legs up. I beat this boy like he stole something. Absolutely whipped his tail. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It made me happy to do so. Now, I understand that sounds really bad. And some of you think I'm a terrible person. But I will tell you what, from that day forward, that young man was the best behaved kid in the entire camp. This kid had such a change of heart, he would get mad at other kids when they started misbehaving. And so he became my right-hand man. If I went somewhere, he came too. If I said something, he was the first to listen. And to top it all off, when it was time to leave camp and it was time for everybody to go home, that little hard-headed kid cried his eyeballs out for like half an hour because he didn't want to leave. You said what? You said, did I cry too? No, why would I cry? I was good. Don't get me wrong, I was there to comfort him and everything, you know what I'm saying? Just to be a good person. But no, I ain't crying. So all in all, it was a great time, and that kid learned some valuable lessons. Most importantly, to never put crinkled up hay in a big black man's hair, because he will beat your tail. And smile about it. Hope you enjoyed that story, but unfortunately, this video has to come to a close because I gotta go. So if you did enjoy it, make sure you like it, leave a comment down below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well so you can be notified directly when I upload a new video. It's been real, it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. My name is Nico. Peace.